Megaprojects are massive endeavors and can take years or even decades to finish. There are even some megastructures destined for space that will change humankind as we know it. On this episode of Built a Billion, we dive into more of the world's most impressive megaprojects. Make sure you stay till the end of the video because we saved the most incredible megaproject for last. If you love to hear about all the megaprojects of the world, please be sure to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Abraj al-Bait. The city of Mecca sees millions of people per year make their religious pilgrimage to Mecca. But where do they stay? The Abraj al-Bait is a series of hotels, structures, and a clock tower that accommodate the travelers, and they're all owned and operated by the Saudi Arabian government, so you know luxury and extravagance aren't far behind. It's the crowning achievement of the King Abdulaziz's endowment project, which aims to modernize Saudi Arabia and generate even more revenue. It takes up 16 million square feet of space, and the construction costed $15 billion. The hotel can accommodate 10,000 people across 5,000 rooms and also includes a mega shopping center and multiple prayer rooms. The whole space is open to the public except the top 5 floors, which are reserved for only the most luxurious and wealthy pilgrims. Meydan One Mall. While American malls may have lost their relevance, the Meydan One Mall in Dubai would like to take a unique stab at the concept. The mega mall is in the upscale district of Meydan and was supposed to open alongside the World Expo, but progress was suspended indefinitely due to the global shutdown. The mall is part of the Dubai 2030 program, with phase 1 of the mall already complete. You will find every store imaginable here, and the mall operates more as a city than a shopping center. In addition to this, Meydan Mall is home to the world's largest indoor ski slope, bringing winter to the desert with its over half a mile long or 805-meter long distance. Now that's impressive. Jeddah Tower. Let's stay in the Middle East for our next project. The Burj Khalifa in Dubai is currently the tallest building in the world, but an even bigger one is being built in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. It's known as the Jeddah Tower and is poised to be the first building in the world to reach 1 kilometer in height, or 3,281 feet. Construction began in 2013 with an estimated cost of $1.2 billion, with everything going as expected until 2018. Labor issues and the unexpected imprisonment of many of the tower's investors put the project on hold. The structure is a third of the way completed, and it's hoped that construction will resume one day. If it does, it will be one of the most advanced buildings on the planet, with new technologies like high-speed elevators that travel at 22 miles per hour and air circulation systems. Due to its massive height, no elevator will go directly to the top, and instead, people will have to transfer at dedicated sky lounges. The Jeddah Tower will also have the tallest observation deck in the world at 2,000 feet. First World Hotel and Plaza. The largest hotel in the world also doubles as the silliest looking megastructure in the world. Malaysia's First World Hotel and Plaza holds 8,584 rooms across 3 towers, and it is constructed so that you never have to leave. Its rainbow color scheme reflects the rainbows that glisten in the area after every rainstorm, and there are multiple theme parks on both outdoor and indoor, so you can randomly ride roller coasters to your heart's content. But there's something for even the faint of heart, like movie theaters, 20 bowling alleys, bars, and restaurants. There's a never-ending supply of activities in this mall, but the highlight is the virtual reality center. This place has a variety of VR experiences that will keep you entertained and coming back for more. Central Park Jakarta Complex. This complex is also in Malaysia and features apartment buildings, a shopping mall, office tower, and a hotel, all taking up 7 million square feet of space, making it the 10th largest building in the world based on floor area. There's even a huge movie theater that plays global box office hits and domestic cinema that can entertain you during the rainy monsoon season. This complex is imposing and features a Central Park area that takes inspiration from the original in New York. The Jakarta complex opened in 2009 and became a huge draw for both tourists and locals in the nation. The Orbital Ring. For this next one, we'll have to take a look to space. This mega project was proposed by the British author, scientist, and engineer Paul Birch in 1982 and according to him, this idea is very possible. The orbital ring is a space elevator that revolves around Earth in orbit using a rotating cable. The cable is placed just above the equator, moving just a bit faster than the Earth itself. Superconducting magnets will be placed on the ring, resulting in a ring around the Earth that lets you travel all across the globe. The only drawback is figuring out how to get to space in order to ride the ring and how to get back down. This probably sounds like a fairy tale to some, but scientists, engineers, and researchers have been looking at what it would take to get this done for 40 years, and they all agree that it is totally possible. FFR Grand Stud. The FFR Grand Stud in Paris is looking to beat out India as the home of the biggest stadium on Earth. Not only will it be gargantuan, but it's unique in that it solves the problem of taking up real estate and being completely useless when there's no game. The designers developed an 82,000 capacity stadium with a retractable pitch. This pitch can be set aside when there's no game and will be much more than a stadium. It will house shops, businesses, and housing, and keep long-term effectiveness at the forefront. The FFR Grand Stud is an example of the future of stadiums that will focus on making use of space at all times. Being the biggest is just a plus. Atlantropa. Also known as Panropa, Atlantropa is one of the craziest megaprojects to ever be proposed. Unlike the orbital ring, this project didn't have a chance at seeing the light of day, but it's an extremely interesting idea. Atlantropa was proposed in 1920 by German architect Hermann Sorgel. Hermann wanted to create a new continent called Atlantropa because he felt that Europe and Pan-Asia were too far behind American economics and industrialization. This was his answer. He believed all the Pan-Asian and European countries had to do was collaborate on building hydroelectric dams at key points along the Mediterranean Sea that would cause sea levels to drop. This would in turn allow for new land to be settled. Due to political reasons though, this project was never realized, even though he promoted it tirelessly for decades. This is a project I would personally love to see attempted in the real world. Ringworld. As technology advances, so will our likelihood of building habitable structures outside of Earth. And one of these ideas include ring worlds. The idea for the ring world is to construct an artificial ring with a star in the middle. The ring will spin to create artificial gravity. Essentially, this will allow people to actually live on the ring, creating a situation that's literally out of this world. The likelihood of this existing is becoming more and more real as we as a species are entertaining the possibilities of becoming a multi-planet species. Ring worlds right now are only speculative, but it may serve as a good second option if we continue to destroy the planet we inhabit now. If constructed, the ring world would take an amount of energy that we won't have for centuries in order to sustain it. We're talking a few hundred years worth of the sun's energy to operate it correctly. But hey, if these megastructures are ever built, our distant descendants will have a great time on them, I'm sure. What do you think about these incredible mega projects? Let me know in the comments below. Click that video on the screen to see even more of the world's most amazing mega projects. And thanks for visiting Built a Billion.